Hey you guys, it's your girl AJ, the Glamour Witch, and I am back for another video. Yes, I know, it's been a minute, but your girl has been working hard, diligently, doing a lot of different things, and honestly spreading myself a little thin. But I'm back, and today is going to be a special video. But first, I want to let you guys know that if you haven't had a chance to go and check out my latest album, Elixir and Smoke Volume 1, is available on all major music streaming platforms, and it is also available on my website, theglamourwitch.com. I would love to see you guys make some videos, TikToks, Instagram posts with my song playing and featuring in the background of whatever little witchy stuff you guys are doing. That would be amazing, and I would love that so much, and I'd love to feature you on my page and shout you out. So go ahead and tag me at The Glamour Witch on TikTok and on Instagram. But anyways, today's video is going to be about a witchy review. Now, I don't think I've ever done a video like this. I've done a video doing like a witchy shop tour of Los Angeles, but I've never done a review on actual products. Now, I talk a lot about different witchy brands and companies as I use them in my spell work to teach you guys, but I typically don't do a full review on the products, my experience. And today we're gonna take it even a step further, and we're gonna talk about how to use spell oils and spell Conjurer Oils, whatever the case may be, how to actually use these and implement them in your life. So you don't just buy the oil and then have it sitting in your space, right? So we're gonna jump right into that. So if you wanna learn more, just keep watching.
Come and cast a spell with me. Come and cast a spell with me.
So we are doing a witchy review. Now I know I'm wearing this jacket only because it's cold right now, okay? I know we're in Cali, y'all are like, y'all don't know what cold is, but it's cold back here, okay? It's cold, it's chilly, okay? So today we're going to be doing a witchy review on a witchy shop that I love, and I've had an opportunity to be blessed with trying a lot of their products. Now I'm only gonna be doing a few today because I was gifted a lot of oils and I haven't used them all. So I haven't had like a relationship with each one of them, but I want to share with you the ones that I have had a relationship with, and then we're gonna talk about how we use spell oils and conjure oils in the craft, in the practice, and how you can use them if you decide that you want to buy from this company. So the company is thehoneyjar.us. My girl Nicole is killing the game, and if you have not checked her out on Instagram, please do. I will have all of her information linked down below, as well as the link to the website and all of the oils that I'm going to be talking about today. But I absolutely adore her stuff. She's very old school. Like, I feel like she has an old school vibe with her bottles, and it just makes you feel good just having them in your space. She does a really great job with packaging and just style, and I just love her choices in her bottles. They're very different than the traditional bottles that you see. Hers have life and vibrancy, and they're so beautiful, and I love them so much. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to show you guys, we're gonna go through each one, and then I'm gonna talk about a couple of the other ones that are not in camera view because they're other places, but I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that she has, some of her best sellers, and then we're gonna jump into the rest, okay? So let's talk about her, probably one of her #1 sellers, and the one that started the whole thing, and that is going to be the Rich Witch oil. I mean, look at this bottle, you guys. Look at this bottle. Look at this bottle. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Rich Witch is a prosperity and money oil, but it brings in this high vibration energy of confidence in pulling that money in. It's very, very much, it's like if confidence and self-esteem and mastery entered a money oil, right? It's fused, and you really do feel this confidence to take action in whatever it is that's going to bring you that money, which I really appreciate about it, because it's not just like money oil. It's like, okay, now I'm gonna get up and do it. Now, of course, you're not gonna just rub this on and then do nothing in your life and in your day, but if you're somebody who if you're somebody who is executing, you have a business, you have something that you're going to be doing that you feel like you just need a little extra, you know, push, maybe drive, and some good fortune and good luck to kind of top it off, this is the one. This is her bestseller and it flies off the shelf. So I would definitely go and get this one. Now, I have used this for a couple of months now. I feel like I've had it for at least like 1 or 2 months now. It's March, so 2 months that I've used it, and I have used it in luxury, like my Luxe Money Bath that I showed you guys earlier in the year. I think it was last year, or I don't remember when that was. So long ago that I made that video. I use it in my money foot baths, which I might do a foot bath ritual, and that is just for people who maybe you don't have the time or the energy to do a full bath, but you want to soak. Your feet have a lot of energy and power in them, and it allows you to always be walking into financially beneficial situations. So I like to add it to the feet wash as well. I will add it into my Florida water and spritz my money altar and actually rub my money altar down with the oil, as well as some of the other oils that I'm going to be sharing with you today. But I really love it. I love the confidence that it brings. I love the energy that it brings, and it definitely has this vibration of pushing you to go after what it is that you're passionate for. And that's something that I feel like makes it so unique. And I think that this is why people really gravitate, and it's one of her best-selling oils, is because you not only feel like, oh my gosh, money is possible, money is flowing to me, I am rich, I am wealthy, money is coming into my life, but you feel confident enough to take action to do the things necessary to pull that money in and to hold that money, right? So, you know, I could talk endlessly about it, but you could go on her website. You could also go on her Instagram. She shares a lot of her testimonies and her reviews. So you'll be able to see people talk about it in real time. And it's amazing, the stuff that is on there. So go ahead and check that out. And that is Rich Witch, okay? Moving on, I also want to talk about the Rich Witch spray mist, okay? And I also like this when I am in between cleaning my altar. I will spray my altar with Rich Witch, or I will mist myself, which, let me get a little mist going. Okay. Ooh. All of her stuff has really great scents, really great fragrance. You want to put it on your skin. You want to have it on you. It's nice, right? It's luxurious. All of it is skin safe as well. So you can actually apply these things to the body and not have to worry about it, you know, being harmful to the skin. Of course, you want to do a patch test just to see if your skin will react a certain way to it. But I absolutely love the way her stuff smells, and I love the way it feels in the skin. So this is really great. It's also a great little refresher, the beginning of my day, you know what I mean? I'm starting the day and I want to, you know, just, you know, I don't want to rub a bunch of oils on me. Maybe I haven't washed my face yet or whatever, and I don't want to have oil on my hand while I'm doing that. But I will do a little mist over the crown chakra, and I'll just do a little mist over my chest and get ready to go. Actually, my altar is covered in shimmer because there's a little bit of shimmer pigmentation in her spray, and a lot of her oils have like a little small pigmentation, which I really like. So this one has pigmentation in it, and after so many sprays, like I've sprayed a lot of this, you guys, like I've used a lot, but it's beautiful on my altar because it's like whenever the light catches at certain times of the day, you can see the shimmer and the sparkle glistening off of the altar. Also, I have some plants and stuff like there, and so sometimes they'll get a little bit of the mist on them, so they kind of shine too, and they look like coins. Like, it's so amazing. Anyways, I love this. I believe it's similar to the Rich Witch, is just a mist version of this. Now, she does have lotion, she has body wash, she has hand soap, I think she has hand sanitizer as well, and bath products in this same with the same oil and the same intention. So if you have other ways that you want to take it in or use it, she has that available for you, okay? So I want to move on to one that I find myself using almost every day, or at least every week, and that is her Gold Digger oil, okay? Look at this. Look at how beautiful it is, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I love this oil. I've never found an oil that gets me so ready to do the work. And that is exactly what this is. Now, of course, I could go on here and read off of the things it says on the website, and I'm sure that she has better description as I do, but I sometimes have a hard time motivating myself to just start, right? I set intention to do things throughout the day, and then sometimes I get sucked into the vortex that is social media, or I start to feel lethargic, or I start getting wrapped up in so much into one thing that I forget to kind of spread things out so I can get multiple things done. And by the end of the day, it's 10, 11 o'clock, and I haven't really done as much as I wanted to do in the day, right? But today, I got a lot of things done, and it was because of this. And periodically throughout the day, I will take a little bit of this oil in my hands, set an intention to just stay focused and keep my energy in the right space, check in with myself. I like that it's too, like, I feel like it's not just like goal setting, right? So I actually, when I got my new planner for 2021, I anointed my planner with it. So when I picked up the planner, I would look at the planner. I wanted to write in the planner with real intention and real energy, and I wanted to keep track of that vibration. And I was so excited to use all these oils, but I found myself reaching for this one more than anything else, because when I feel like I need to get something done and I have a whole bunch of tasks, this is like the pick me up. It's like a jolt of coffee. If it was not something, in a non-drinkable form, coffee, focus, mental clarity, and feeling like you want to execute from a place of not panic or I gotta get all these things done, but being like, okay, and next. Okay, we did that, and not spending too much time trying to dwell on anything, completing the task at hand and moving on. I love this. And I love adding stuff like this to other types of workings, especially if I'm doing, let's say I'm doing a better business and I really need to focus on getting, more organized with my business. I might add this oil in there as well so that I hit my goals and that I stay on track. This is such a great oil, and honestly something that I will be continuing to buy over and over again as it pertains to my work. And if you are a business owner, if you are just you're a student, if you are just somebody who finds it difficult sometimes to get the day-to-day tasks, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tasks that needs to get done in a day or needs to get done in a week, and sometimes you just feel like you're dragging along or you can't get yourself in a mental focus to do and execute those things, mark them off the list and make sure that you complete them. Be committed to completing the task and hitting those goals, not from a place of I have to be productive or I'm pushing myself past my limits, but from a place of I want this. I want this and I desire this, and I know that the only way that I can have the things that I want is if I fulfill and follow through with my goals and my routine. This is really, really powerful, and I love this. I reach for it all the time. I keep it next to my bed. Like, I had to take it from my space, but I keep it next to my bed so in the morning when I wake up, I can apply some as soon as I get up, so I can just feel like I'm ready to go, right? And I feel the difference when I don't use it, and I feel the immediate shift. I'm serious. I feel the immediate shift when I apply this because I'm ready, and I'm thinking, okay, so what was I supposed to be doing? And I'm reaching for my journal, and I'm reaching for my list, and I'm looking, okay, this, right? Great. And I can't speak highly enough about this. Okay, so next I want to move over to some other stuff here that I've actually worked really closely with, and she was so gracious. She gave me so many things, you guys, and I'm going to be doing a review on all of them, but I want to give them all their time to shine. So I didn't want to just review all of them and talk about them and then not have my own personal experience with that, because that's lame. That's lame, okay? You don't do reviews of stuff you didn't actually use. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so I got a nice little beautiful kit. I got in the Zodiac Kit, and I also got the Chakra Kit. And I don't know if she's still selling them online now, but I think she is still selling the kits. I highly suggest getting the Zodiac Kit, and I highly suggest getting the Chakra Kit. One, think about it like this. The Zodiac Kit, you'll get your zodiac sign, of course, but you'll get your moon and your rising and your Venus and any other planetary energies that are in those placements. you'll have access to the oils that align with those energies. So you can actually do a lot of you can actually do a lot of astrologic magic, and think about whenever we do full moon, new moon, it's always in a sign, right? Full moon, we just had a full moon in Virgo. You can use the Virgo oil and add it to whatever work that you're doing to amplify your intention and your power as you harness this energy and call it in. Maybe you want to anoint yourself with this energy and channel that vibration and channel that energy. Such a great way of doing that, and I love it. And it comes in a kit and it comes in a set, so you get all of them. You gotta buy it, you're gonna buy the whole thing, okay? And the Chakra kit, in love. First of all, the scents are great and the colors are on point, and I love her shimmer. So the ones I reach for a lot, and I reach for the ones that I obviously am working on in my life a lot and that I use a lot. And I have a couple of them that are not here, but these are the ones I go to a lot. So I have the heart chakra oil here, and these are just like a small, I think this is a 2 or 3 ounces. Solar plexus, okay? And root chakra. So I love these ones because, and I love having the kit because if I'm about to do some energetic healing or just trying to step into whatever type of meditation, and I'm doing a chakra meditation, I can anoint myself each point, right? Whether it be at the top of my head, my third eye, my throat chakra, my, heart chakra, and all the way down to my root chakra, and anoint myself right before I do any type of work, lay my crystals down on top of it. Of course, I'm not gonna just leave the oil there. Rub it in, right? But I lay the crystals down afterwards, and I feel like it takes in the energy of the crystals so much better. And I feel like even without it, if I'm feeling like a little off balance, off center, and I know what chakra it is that is causing that, I will reach for whatever it is to kind of shake myself loose from that energy and get back on track. If you know that there's a chakra that you are having trouble with, this is a great kit because you always will have access to any of the chakra oils that you need. And you're not gonna go through these like super fast. You're not gonna be pouring them out. I mean, I don't know. You could, but honestly, you're gonna take a little dab. I usually take a dab of my finger, and as much as it's on my finger, I will, put it in the spot that it needs to go. So you're not gonna be overdoing these. These things are gonna last you if you're gonna be doing these periodically or if you're doing this on a daily basis. But this is really, really great, and you can feel like she really channels the energy of each one of these chakras and the vibration of them being in alignment and in tune with themselves. So, and in tune with the other parts of you. So once they're placed and once those energies are there, I mean, it's unbelievable. I absolutely adore these oils, and I reach for these on a consistent basis, as well as the crown chakra and my third eye chakra oil. Those ones, I mean, like I can't even go in there. My dreams are crazy vivid, and I have a great time with it. So love the chakra oils. Let's talk about something more fun. Okay, so there's 2 oils that I really love. I only have one of them here, but I do have the other one, and I keep it on my vanity because I like to just have it there when I'm doing my makeup or when I'm doing my beauty routine, or after I get out of a self-love bath, I'll anoint myself with it. It's very, very just amazing. And that is Gypsy Pussy Oil, okay? So I know what you're gonna say. What is that? But as much as it sounds like and I guess it can technically be used as a sex oil, I feel like it's more of a divine feminine access. Like, it boosts that energy of owning your divine feminine energy. And I feel like even if you're masculine, owning your divine feminine energy is very important to having duality. And she does have, for all of the men out there who watch my channel, she does have Conjurer Oil specifically geared towards men. So she has BDE oil, Big Dick Energy. She also has a Hot Boy Summer oil, which I love. And then I think that there's another one. I can't remember what it is. I'm going to have it listed here, so you know, it'll be here. And then she also has some other ones like Power Couple and just really, really fun oils that I don't see anyone else making. So I feel like she really does bring something different to the market, and she's really showing up with a authentic version of her magic. You know, she's not just replicating the same types of oils that other people have. She's really creating stuff that, you know, people want and wish that were available. But, you know, when you Google, you're just not going to see Big Dig Energy oil. Like, you're just not going to Hot Boy Summer oil. Like, come on. Like, come on. Come on. It's good. It's really amazing. And if it's anything like these oils, you know it's going to hit. It's going to hit. So I love the Gypsy Pussy oil because it feels like I am hugging my divine feminine self. It feels very much like goddess energy. It feels very much yoni empowerment, yoni healing. I like to use it as for yoni healing as well. So I will take a little bit of it and use it on a yoni candle and do like healing work on my yoni, or doing healing work to just support my divine feminine energy. Beautiful oil, and I love the way it smells. Now, this is the one people be talking about, okay? And this is Soul Snatcher. Yeah. Exactly what I said is exactly what's going on. I have not had the pleasure of using this. Actually, that's not true. I have used it. Obviously, it's open and there's some gone because this was full to the top. She doesn't skimp. She gives you to the top, okay? I have used a little bit of this, but I actually used it for sex magic, okay? So you can use this for sex magic with a partner, with someone else, or by yourself to enhance your sex magic experience and to create more of a potent energy when using it for manifestation abilities or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to talk about some ways to use this, but the stories and the testimonies that people have about this oil is hilarious. You have to go onto her Instagram and check it out because it's so funny to read. Oh my gosh, if you need a good laugh, like I swear to God, the things people be saying, and they be wilding in the DMs, like, woo! I mean, this is like, if you want to have, you know, look, it says Soul Snatcher, okay? Y'all know what that means. I don't need to sit here and explain all the inner workings of what Soul Snatcher means. All I'm saying is, she does have a disclaimer on her website that says she is not responsible for pregnancies or STDs or any of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to still be on your shit. I mean, some of y'all freak nasty. You don't care about that stuff regardless of the oil. So don't blame the oil because you're nasty, okay? Get your shit together, all right? But this is really amazing. So the first time I used this, I was doing a ritual and a ceremony, and I actually added... Okay, so we're back. My camera died. Anyways, so I was talking about Soul Snatcher. So the beauty of Soul Snatcher is that you can use it without another person, and it can still be just as effective and just as potent in your spiritual work. Now, again, like I said, I have not tried this with another person, so I can't speak to that. But I would go to her Instagram and just take a little look, take a little peek, and see what people are saying their experiences are, and you will be blown away, okay? So that is Soul Snatcher. Next, I'm gonna move on to another one that I love a lot. I actually use this one in tandem with money workings, but I use it in combination with my Rich Witch oil, and this is Generational Wealth. Now check this bottle out. Whoo-wee. I mean, it's really amazing, and I know it doesn't look like I've used a whole bunch, but there's a lot in here, you guys. And I enjoy not only the way it smells, but this calming effect that it has on you. You know, it has this ability to really take you from this place of, you know, like the Rich Witch oil is this confidence, this motivation, this getting it started, getting it done, pushing it forward. And the generational wealth feels like I've done the work. Now I get to tend to the youngins and I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I get to enjoy the beauty that I've created. I get to teach other people to create these things for themselves, and I get to leave a legacy that is worthwhile and something to honor and respect. It has this very reverent, like, you know, I just hold it so dear to me. And I'm not like, it's not like I'm like, it's so precious I don't want to open the bottle and I don't want to use it, because I definitely have used it and I definitely have opened this bottle. And it smells so good. It smells like, I don't know, it smells like that, if this makes any sense, and it probably won't make sense to you, but it smells like that relative that you always felt really secure around. Like no matter what was going on, no matter what, if you were in trouble or this or that or whatever the case may be, you just always felt secure around this person, that they were going to love you and say the right thing and give you the perfect advice when you needed it. And it always had food, or they always had some money that they were going to give you or whatever. You just always felt so secure with them. And there was this love there, this familial love there as well, of like, I got you. And it's a very unique oil, and because of how unique that energy is, it's hard for me to use it in everything that I'm doing, right? It's hard for me to necessarily always understand like how I'm going to incorporate that into what I'm doing. But what I kind of see it as is whatever I do as far as an investment in my business or my brand or who I am, or if I'm doing anything that has to do with ancestral work, which she also has a really beautiful ancestor oil called Kindred Spirit, and I actually use that one every single day. And it is on the ancestor altar and it will not come off. That's why it's not here in front of us, because it is now the ancestors oil. It is not for me. But it has that same vibration of like stability that is rooted in decades and decades of hard work, diligence, focus, commitment, patience, love, nurturing energy that has flourished into something so powerful that it cannot be shaken. It cannot be so easily broken. The wind can blow and it could huff and it could puff and it would never blow it down. You know what I mean? And I know it sounds poetic, and I know I'm like, you know, somebody might think like, oh, she's doing the most with these descriptions, but that's really the vibration that I get from it. And everyone's gonna have a different feeling when they get these oils. You're gonna have a different feeling with it, and I encourage you to honor that feeling, because that is going to inform you on how to best use this oil and this work in your life, and how to embed it into your daily routine, or just how to apply it in a way that it's going to be effective for you, where it's really going to hit. This for me has been great to add to any money rituals on the money altar, and specifically on things that I know, like, okay, I want this to blossom into something long-term, or I want to be better about my finances, so I want to make better choices and stronger choices as it pertains to these things, and I'm going to use this, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm probably a little, I don't want to say less sparing or more sparing with this, but I just treasure it so much that I think that I don't just use it every day, because I really covet this Rich Witch oil every single day, like every single day. And the spray is like the homegirl. She'd assist, she cuz. And then obviously the gold digger. But what I do like to do is I like to put a little bit of gold digger and generational wealth into my hands together. And when I'm making music, or when I'm doing something to just kind of like, how do I step into something that's going to help push me forward in building something that's gonna last. So there's lots of ways to use it, and I feel like a lot of these do pair really well together. So you can use Generational Wealth with Rich Witch or Gold Digger. She has another one, Honey Baby, which I actually have. So this is Honey Baby. And as you can see, Honey Baby is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Honey Baby is in this beautiful bottle. I mean, look at this, like, cinnamon. I mean, first of all, I love stuff like this. I love when my oils have something going on, you know what I mean? It's absolutely amazing. And like I said before, she wax seals all of her stuff. So, I mean, this is dedication. This is time and dedication that she's putting into this. And for anyone who's like, well, I don't like that she doesn't put labels on it. I don't actually mind that. I actually like that there's no labels on it because it feels more like a magical tool. And because I know what it is, I mean, to be fair, I have a lot of different ones. So I have to go back and check on the website sometimes when I forget. But for the most part, like, I mean, the bottles are just so beautiful. I feel like a label sometimes would actually take away from the beauty of the work. And I don't know. She's gonna change her stuff soon, but until that point comes, I'm in love with the packaging that is what it is right now. So there's that. All right, so the other two that I wanted to share with you guys is Love More. Love More is this beautiful pinky peachy self-love energy. It's like raising your vibration, attracting more loving energy to you, attracting a vibration, a frequency where positivity and light and airy vibrations can kind of come in. It's very much like, what I imagine, and I love the way it smells. So I'm gonna put a little in my hand. It's kind of like what I imagine. It's like being in a giant tub of roses, and the roses are supercharged with rose quartz, and the rose quartz are supercharged with selenite, and you're just beaming with positive energy, and so it attracts more positive energy and it attracts more love. When I put this into my self-love bath, I fill in my self bath, or I put it into the foot bath, I feel like I am getting a little extra because it's not just like self-love. I feel like it's coating me in this like this cover of magnetic attraction to anything that is of the highest vibration of love. I don't know if that makes any sense or if I'm harping on it, but you get what I'm saying. It's an attractor. It attracts more love to you. This one is Intuition. I believe this is called Intuition. And I do like this one as well. I will use this while I'm doing tarot readings. For anyone who doesn't know that, I actually do tarot readings. You can book a tarot reading with me on my website. Just go to the Book Me tab at the top. I will use this sometimes during my tarot readings to just open up, and really give myself an opportunity to be tapped into the messages that are coming through. I also like the way this smells. It has like a pepperminty smell, which is interesting. But what it does is it almost like, it kind of like activates this, which is amazing, right? Because your third eye and your crown, but it feels like it almost flushes into your whole sinus area and up into your head. And I like that, even just taking a whiff. And she really does something very special with the scents. She chooses them very precisely, and I really enjoy that. I enjoy when people put fragrances in their oils, because the fragrance is just as important as the magical ingredients. Now, don't get me wrong, I've bought many Conjurer Oils and spell oils that didn't have a fragrance at all, and they were just as powerful and just as amazing as the ones that do. But, you know, I like things to smell good. I like to, especially if I'm going to be putting it on my hands and rubbing it on my body or bathing in these things, I do like for it to have a fragrance. And I feel like the fragrance is really important in tapping into the vibration, you know, that aromatic magic, you know, that aromatherapy magic, you know, and what that does and how it triggers the body. And I feel like she really does a great job at tapping into the scent palette that matches the intention so that you actually feel ready to do the work and engage with the oil in the way that it's meant to be used. Very, very beautiful, you know, skill. Okay, so now this is all I'm going to review today, but I will have some other reviews and some of her other products. There is a really great one called Soul Tribe for connecting with your soul tribe, friendships, and higher level friendships and connections, and calling those in. I'm gonna do a friendship ritual in probably like mid-March, probably towards the end, the beginning of the springtime, whatever. It's a really great time to call in new friendships, higher vibration, just new anything. It's that newness. Things are starting to blossom again. So that's a great time to do things like friendship spells and, you know, things of that nature. So I'm probably going to do a ritual like that here on my YouTube channel. So you guys should be looking out for that. Now she also has an artist creative, like a creative oil for people who write and do music. You know what's so funny is like I used it and I took it to the studio with me when I was recording my last album. And I don't know if I left it at the studio, but I'm gonna have to buy another one because I'm so sad, like so sad about it. But that one was amazing. And I used to put it on right before I would go into the booth, and, you know, or, you know, just right before I'm singing, because I actually record a lot of my stuff here in my space. And just like tap in, get dialed in, get connected, and allow the energy to just kind of flow out of me really easily. She has a cryptocurrency oil, which I think is amazing, and I have never seen anyone do that. Obviously, cryptocurrency is kind of new, and there are ways that you can use cryptocurrency. Like if you're going to be doing any type of money magic ritual, it's the same thing, you know, to boost your chances and your success in things like stocks and cryptocurrency and electronic stuff. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not going to sit here and try to act like I do. But I will say this: if you're somebody who practices magic and you're into cryptocurrency as it aligns with things like stocks and also things like astrological timing, I would invest in some cryptocurrency oil, just because, I mean, why not? Why not double down? And you have an actual, it's not just money, but it's actually geared towards this modern approach to our world. So I would check it out. I would give it a shot if you haven't had a chance to. Of course, like I said, everything will be linked down below. So let's talk about oils and how we use them in magic. A spell oil or a conjure oil is a oil that is typically, and it should be typically, charged already with intention through herbs, or different types of fragrances, resins, as well as crystals, gemstones, and other types of curio items that have powered intention. The conjurer or the spellcaster will charge and empower all of these items with a certain vibrational frequency, layering them into a vibration that becomes this oil, so that when you do your rituals, you can tap into that energy more readily to access it without having to go through the motions and the highs and lows that maybe that they have. Now, it does not mean that if you use this oil, you don't have to do any work, or that you don't have to charge it and tell the oil what to do. But instead of it just being a flat oil, it's not like olive oil or, you know, grapeseed oil. These are kind of flat oils. Everything needs to know where it's going and what it's doing. You got to think about magic and these types of tools as a play, a show, right? And you are the director, and you have to tell everyone what their role is and what they're doing so that they can go out and you can see it play out in front of you. If you don't know if people don't know what they're doing, they kind of just wander around, or they don't come out on stage to do, you know, to fulfill their purpose. So Everyone has to know what they're doing and what their role is in the situation. So Conjurer Oils give you a more direct link to that, right? Or when you're making your own spell oils, that's the kind of focus that you want to have. You're making an oil that you can use to tap into the vibration. Now, the Conjurer Oils, and typically anytime you buy an oil online, unless it's like at a, let's just be real, Anna Rivera, I think that's it, Rivera, I think it says Rivera, her line, I mean, I don't even know if it's her, I think it's just a company. And there are some curio oils like that are just fragrance and dye. So let's just be clear. Let's be clear. Not everybody is able to do this and able to make oils and able to, you know, I sell oils and stuff like that. The time and the energy and the effort that it takes to really push energy into these is truly a skill. Okay, it is not just as simple as putting colors together and making a pretty looking oil. There is energy and intention packed within each bottle. So when you go to a Botanica and it says a money oil and it's green and it just has a label on it, and there's, I don't know, I get weird about those types of things just because I look at the ingredients list and it's like fragrance, artificial fragrance, and dye. Those are the ingredients. Like, who's doing the magic? I'm doing the magic. I'm the one that's charging, and I'm taking this random liquid that has no one actually programmed it. There's no herbs in here that have their own metaphysical properties. It's just a fragrance, and I'm trusting that in the manufacturing tank somebody was conjuring over that. Like, no. I appreciate people who are handcrafting these things. I appreciate when it takes a little bit longer to get to you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when someone's making these things, it does take longer than when you're buying something that's manufactured for fragrance and for look, and maybe they put some crystals at the bottom, but did somebody do the work? Okay. And if they're not doing that work and they're not putting in that energy, then you can do it yourself. Like, that's the point. Like, you know, you want somebody who to charge it so that you don't have to do all of that, right? But once you get the oil, so let's do an example, okay? I think a good one that we should use for this is Rich Witch, okay? So when I use my Rich Witch, I like to shake my oils right before I use them. Anytime I use my oils, it doesn't matter what company or what brand or what oil it is, I will always shake it up to activate it. I will, if I'm going to just be applying it on myself for daily use, I'll add a little drop, tiny little drop in my hand, rub it, clap my hands together, and create friction in my hands, right? So that there's heat, right? And it opens up the energy centers in my hand so that I can begin to press in my intention. So the intention for today is that I want to see 12 orders, whatever the case may be, in my business. Or my intention today is to see X amount of dollars, or to have an increase of cash flow, or to step into the highest vibration of luxury and wealth, and to feel that and to become a vibrational match to that, so that I can continue to attract what it is that I want in my finances. You see what I'm saying? And I'm pushing that, and I'm thinking about that going into my hands and going into the oil, right? And now this oil is heated up in my hands. And what I will do is I will apply it to the back of my neck. I will apply it to my chest, depending on, like, if I have makeup on, you know, I'm not gonna apply it on my face or whatever the case may be, but I'll put a little bit in my hair, you know, because I've rubbed it to the nth degree. It's pretty much in my hands now. And sometimes I will also put it on my ankles and my feet, okay? These are really great energy points, your wrists as well. And depending on what the oil is, different chakra points. Of course, if you're gonna be doing any of the chakra oils, you're gonna wanna do it wherever that chakra resides on the body, right? Another great way to use Conjurer Oils, and the way that people typically will use them, is they will add a few drops to a candle. If I have a green candle here, and this is one of my spell candles, it smells so good, I would add something like this. I would have cleansed this and done a whole thing, right? I'll add my herbs, maybe my crystals, and any other curio items that pertain to money or that are representative of money in my, idea, right? And then I would add a little bit of my conjure oil or my spell oil, right? A couple of drops. You don't need a ton. It should not be drowning the candle. It's a few drops. Now you can put, you can use numerology and do a few drops, whatever the case may be, 6 drops, 5 drops, 7 drops, 10 drops, whatever. You can do that if you want to. And I just like to do 3 little drops or 5 little drops as a 5-point pattern to lock it in, whatever the case may be. So people will add it to their candles. People will add it to their floor washes, right? Whenever you do a floor wash, and I have a protection floor wash video, but similarly, you can do a floor wash with any, any type of ingredients that are in alignment with whatever it is your intention may be. Now, if it's a road opener thing, you might want to add, some other things like that. But if you're opening the road to money, you'll do a road opening oil and some other herbs, and then you'll add in a money oil to that. Okay, so there's a whole mixture to that. You guys have seen me do spiritual baths. People will add conjure oils into this spiritual bath because they already hold a vibrational frequency. Now, does it mean that you don't have to pray and set your intention over the work that you're doing? No, that's not what it means. You still have to tell the oil what you want it to do in your life and how you want it to affect your pockets, right? So just because she made this oil, you ordered it and she made this oil for you, does not mean that she knows every situation that you're going to be in. She doesn't know the inner workings of your life, and she doesn't care. What she cares about is making sure that you have the best and the highest vibration in this bottle so that when you go to tell it what to do, it is fully charged and activated with the highest vibration. Okay? So it is your responsibility that once you get the item, that you engage with it properly and tell it what to do. Okay? So we had floor washes, we have spiritual bath, we have, you can put it in, this is a way that I like to do it, is add a little bit of Florida water, take a little bit of Florida water in a spray bottle and add whatever your conjure oil is. It could be money, it could be soul snatcher, you know what I mean? It could be love more, and create a Florida water spray that refreshes and renews the energy. Now you have something that is clean scent as well as kind of a little bit, it has got a little bit of a disinfectant kind of energy to it because it's mostly alcohol. And you have your intention, so you can spray this on your pillow, like if you're doing love more and you want to have more of a higher vibration. Once you've cleaned your space, whatever, and you want to spritz your bedding or your linen, you can do that. You can spray your countertops. You can add a drop, just a drop, it's not going to do any damage, to your cleaning supplies and wash your counters and your stove tops with money oil and different things of that nature in the cleaning solution, so that you're constantly bringing in, like anytime you clean, money is coming in, there's refreshing the energy, it's renewing the energy. So there's tons of ways of using this. You can also add a drop of this to things like hand lotions and creams. You can add a drop of this to things like body washes and any type of bath scrub or whatever the case may be, to increase the magical potency of all of your hygiene products or whatever the case may be, to really step up all of your routines, your daily basis routines, right? Another thing that you can do for this is you can anoint petition paper. So if you're writing a petition, and what a petition is a statement of intent that you sign and endorse with your name and your birthday, and usually you'll do your little signature, John Hancock. And you'll either burn that or you'll place it underneath a candle, or you will, there's lots of different things that you can do with the petition depending on the spell and the ritual, right? But if you want to anoint the petition paper, you can use a spell oil with the intention, the same intention as what is on your petition paper. Now, let me just tell you something. If you are trying to do a spell for 12 different things, this isn't for you, sis. You gotta focus your energy one thing at a time so that you can see the impact and affect change on each thing. When you scatter your energy, you scatter the intention, you scatter the power of the effectiveness of each of those things getting what it needs to be able to manifest in your life. So that's not on the oil, that's on you, okay? So you have time, you're alive, you're rushing things, and you got to find out, you have to figure out in your life why it is that you waited to the last minute to start asking for 17 different things all in one spell, okay? If you're playing catch up now, it's probably because you're not doing the consistent work that's needed so that you don't have to ask the universe for 17 things, and you can ask for the things that you need one at a time or two at a time, whatever the case may be. It's okay to have 3 different intentions, but if you have 3 different intentions that require 3 different oils, on one page, you're really muddying the energy and you're not giving this work a chance to really take off. So pick one intention, match it with a conjure oil, match it with a spell oil, and send your intention out into the universe, okay? Another way that you can use conjure oils, depending on the oil, of course, and depending on what it is that, they say if it's safe. I believe that one of them actually can be used on the body, on areas. You can do it that way. People will dress figure candles with them. I've seen people anoint the doorways and the windows of their space, of their shops, of their house, of their car. Also, you can use oils to anoint crystals as well, depending on the type of crystal. Now, if the crystal does not do well with water, it's probably not going to do well with oil, right? So think about those things when you're anointing your crystals. Now, if it's like a quartz crystal, right? Quartz is a really great one. Rose quartz, amethyst, clear quartz, citrine. These crystals are going to be totally fine, right? And you're not putting a ton of oil in your hand. You're putting like a dot of oil. You're rubbing your hands together. You're heating it up. You're pressing your intention in. And then once that intention is there, you're rubbing it into the crystal, and you're asking the crystal to take that energy and that intention and absorb that so that it stays in that high vibration, okay? So this is, I love this oil. I love it. Anyways, so that's another way you can use it. I've seen people add a little bit of this to, let's say if you have a Rose of Jericho. If you don't know what a Rose of Jericho is, I will show you a picture here. Rose of Jericho will actually expand open as you fill it with water, and it's supposed to bring in prosperity as it opens, right? And it closes up when the water is gone. But people will sometimes add a drop of a conjure oil with a little bit of Florida water, something like that, to the work. Now, some people say it'll kill it, whatever the case may be, but be very, sparing. Just a drop is not going to do, you're not supposed to keep them for life anyways. You're supposed to switch them out anyways, but a drop of that into the water it's not gonna do it any harm. And then when it's done, it'll close back up. So these are really, really important things that you can add to your practice. You can use these conjure oils to anoint and to bless and to reactivate and recharge altar spaces. Depending on what the oil is and depending on what the altar space is for, you can match a conjure oil. Like I said before, I like to take Florida water and whatever my intention is, whatever my intended thing is, and I will first go over the space. I'll clean it, right? Because sometimes there's ashes or whatever the case may be. And I want to clean the altar space first of everything and refresh it that way. And then I will either go with a couple of drops of my oil, whatever oil that I'm using at the time, or I will put a couple of drops into some Florida water and spray it on there and rub it into the altar table, depending on if you have a cloth or whatever. Even if you have a cloth, take the cloth off, wipe it down on the main part of the table, and do your whole song and dance with it. That vibration will still rise up in the work and be embedded in the table. It'll be from the base all the way up, and that's going to be a really great vibration. You can also anoint things like books, your book of shadows. Again, only a dot. Rub it into your hands, activate it, and then, you know, I have like my little book here, my little book of shadows, one of my mini ones, and rub together all that magical yumminess on the pages. Some people will anoint the pages of their actual book of shadows with certain energies. So they have a section for money, or they have a section for love, or they have a section for protection. They will anoint those pages with that energy, with that intention, or essential oils for that, to give it a little bit more of a charge and activation to the book. So consider that as an option as well. There's a lot of really creative ways that you can use and engage with the work. Some people will add it to anoint or, you know, what is it? Consecrate. Jesus. To anoint and consecrate things like talismans and jewelry pieces. I have a video up on my YouTube channel on how to enchant jewelry, or to enchant whatever your item is. You can take a little bit of that oil and empower whatever it is that you want with a certain intention. Match your conjure or your spell oil with that intention and see how it transforms the energy of that item. Rings, earrings, necklaces, whatever the case may be, it can actually take up that vibrational frequency to the next level and help you a lot in engaging with the work with that vibration. If you're maybe having trouble holding the energy there for an extended period of time, the oil really does help with that as well. So these are just a few ways. There's a lot of creative ways that you can kind of engage with conjure oils. You just want to make sure that if you're going to be using conjure oils, that you understand that some conjure oils are not meant, conjure oils, spell oils, are not meant to be put on the body, put on the skin. So you just want to make sure that you check to see, is this skin safe? Can I apply this to the skin? And to always do a patch test, a skin patch test. This way you kind of are able to see whether or not you're going to have a negative reaction, because it might say that it's skin safe, but you might find out that there's something in it that you personally are allergic to. So just always do a little test. I know I said rub your hands together and do that situation, but if you find that it's irritating to the skin, then you'll know that you're going to have to engage with it differently. It doesn't mean that you don't need to use or you can't use it. It just means you're going to have to use a dropper bottle. And maybe you'll use gloves or whatever the case may be if it really irritates you. But, you know, just keep these things in mind. There's so many different ways to use these oils. You just really have to be creative with it, and remember that you are the magician, you are the witch, you are the practitioner, and you decide how these things are going to work for you. Make sure that you're not going to be using the money oil for a love spell. Like, I mean, I feel like that's common sense, but I feel like I also have to say it because there's going to be someone out there like, oh, well, what if I put the money oil with the love, for the love spell? Will it bring in more love? No. The love spell goes with the love oil. The money spells go with the money oil. The protection spells go with the protection oils, and so forth, so on and so forth. Match the intention. And if it's not going to be necessarily the same thing, it needs to be layering for the same intention, right? So I might do a money spell, but I might add a money oil and a clearance oil because I want to move my money. I want to get my money in the clear and bring it to me. Wherever the blockages are, I might want to bring it to me. Or I might add a love oil and a blockbuster because there might be some obstacles standing in the way between me and my twin flame or my soulmate. I don't know why I said twin flame, because that is not something that you should be manifesting. I just want to say that right now. Do not manifest your twin flame. That's a video for another day. But you see what I'm saying? You can put different types of oils with different intentions, but it needs to be paired with the original intention. Again, if I am doing a spell for to get a job, I might do a crown of success oil, and I might also do a glamour oil. to bring more attention to me and to make me stand out in the crowd and to make me gain the success, to crown me as successful in landing what it is that I want. You see what I'm saying? So there are things that pair together, but things like you're trying to do a love spell and you add a money oil. No. What do you? I mean, I guess if you're trying to make the relationship about money, I don't know. There's ways that I guess you can use it. There's, I don't want to say never do that, but just it's better safe than sorry, right? To use the right oils with the right intentions. And if you're gonna mix and match, make sure that it supports the work. It doesn't have a separate and opposite intention, okay? I think I explained the hell out of that. But that's it, you guys. Please go and check out the honeyjar.us. I'm going to have all of her information down below. Go ahead and follow her on Instagram. She does live chats on Instagram where she talks about money manifestation and how to clear the path to your abundance. And she's also coming out with a new book, which I'm super excited to read. It is on pre-order if you'd like to purchase it on her website as well. So go ahead and do that. Again, if you guys like me doing these reviews, please let me know. I will reach out to a couple of brands and a couple of companies, small, big or small, and ask them if they would be interested in me doing these things if you guys like this. So let me know in the comment section down below if you would love for me to do more reviews on these witchy companies, these witchy brands, so that you guys know what the real tea is. I'll be like your I don't know, was it like the makeup gurus when they're like reviewing makeup products or whatever the case may be, but for magic spells. I kind of like that. So let me know if you're interested in that. And also, if you have not had a chance to, I am also on Patreon. So if you'd like to be a Patreon member, go ahead and sign up. I am finally back active. I have been back and forth, up and down with music and everything else. I know I have been distant, but I am still here with you guys. I'm still writing out with you. So if you're interested in joining the Patreon, there is exclusive content there that I'm posting that I'm not posting here on YouTube. We are also doing things like live rituals, and there'll be discounts on any future classes or courses that I will be providing. So it's definitely worth joining. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Be blessed.
Pull out the candles, pull out the crystals, pull out the recipe.